You know, usually when something's going on with one of my vehicles, it's the Mustang or it's the 91. It's not the 2011. Unfortunately, though, that's changed today. No, I know. It's very uncharacteristic of the truck to give us problems. I don't really know why it started. We'll get into that a little later. Thank you guys so much for swinging by. If you've been hanging around for a while, you'll know that we have had the 2011 F150 Lariat Limited going on like 5 years now. Over the 5 years that I have had her, she has been one of the most incredible vehicles I could have asked for. Nothing has gone wrong until now, basically. Obviously, we've done some mods, 4-inch lift, 35-inch tires, Arctic camo wrap, a lot more to come. This truck does have, man, we're coming on 150,000 miles. I can't believe it. It's getting old, which is very sad. Still no problems, but now we're getting hit with the good old misfire, which is not fun. So misfire can mean really a lot of things. There are so many things that can cause a misfire, which is why it can sometimes be a not so fun issue to fix. So the truck has a really bad shutter sometimes. It's very intermittent. Sometimes it's fine, sometimes it's not. But when it is doing it, it is very, very annoying. Thankfully, it threw a code for cylinder 4 misfiring. So I was able to go and look at cylinder 4, you know, the issues, common issues, and kind of lay a baseline for how to diagnose it. If you don't know much about the Ford 6.2 liter, it came in the wonderful Raptor, of course, but it's most famous for. The exact same powertrain came in the 2011 Limited, the Harley Davidson, and it was a little bit different tune, but it came in the Super Duty as well, and it is known as one of the most reliable, powerful, just durable motors that Ford has ever made. That being said, when it started giving me problems, I was awfully concerned due to how reliable it's been, and I immediately went to the worst case scenario, but thankfully it is not. Now, when you change the spark plugs on your 6.2 at around 100,000 miles like I did, they recommend you change the spark plug wires, which I didn't do. And for those of you who don't know, the 6.2 has 16 spark plugs, which is super annoying. It's got a coil-on plug on top with a wire that leads down to the bottom for the bottom plug. The wire is what got us. You can see it, you can hear it. It makes it really easy to diagnose. But for now, come on, don't let me down, baby. Every time. Before we get to this fun stuff, we'll just cover the basics of the boring stuff and how I diagnose this, how I know it is the wire itself. So it's cylinder number 4, which is in the very back of the motor. So obviously I was hoping it was wire and not coil, because that's an easier fix. So I moved the wire from cylinder 4 to 1, which is at the very front, to make everything easier to look at. Now, really cool, you can actually see the wire like sparking and arcing off that wire onto basically the motor, which is not good. I filmed a video last night when it was dark. I'll put that so you can see kind of what's going on. So yeah, those little sparks, not good for performance, not good for the poor old spark plug down there. Good news is we have a couple things we can do to fix this before our new wires come in. So inside the heart of the beast, this wire right here is what's going on, and the misfire is happening right there. So I'm going to preface everything I'm doing by saying, yes, we are getting new spark plug wires. We're not going to run it like this. Misfire is not good for your engine. We don't want to do that. But we still need to be able to drive it in the meantime. So we're gonna do a little bit of redneck engineering, just wrap that sucker in electrical tape. Now the arcing is happening right there where this little clamp was. We can't really see any imperfections in there, but we're gonna clean it up, wrap it with electrical tape, put it back on, and see if we are fixed. Now, we are not throwing a check engine light currently. The first time it did throw it. I finally got the code off it, but right now, it's not. Very confusing, but we know what's going on, so we're gonna fix it. Now, it took us a full day to get it taped up because I had to get electrical tape, but we are good to go. The wire is taped up. We're gonna put this back on the truck and see if it did indeed fix our misfire issue. So I gotta reiterate, this is a very temporary fix. This isn't gonna be permanent. This is not the way you should do it if you wanna fix it permanently. Get new spark plug wires, but for now, it is back into place. We kinda had to jerry-rig it because it wouldn't fit in the little clamp anymore, but it is in. Let's see if it makes a difference. All right, baby, let's see what you got. Oh, that's a good sign. Now, initially, it does sound better. We're gonna let it warm up a little bit, you know, get everything going the way it should. Then we'll touch back and see if indeed it is better. Take it for a little drive, make sure everything's smooth, and then we'll be home free. Everything is sounding super normal, which is great. So we're gonna take it for a spin, make sure everything is as good as I think it is, and then we'll be good to go in the meantime until we get new plug wires. This is a really good start. So beforehand on acceleration, especially in cold starts in the morning, right after I started it, it would really like jump around in the RPM. You can see it in the tachometer, super annoying. Now though, everything seems to be going really smooth. So we're gonna take it out on the highway a little bit. That's where kind of struggle is, like 6th gear, 60 miles an hour, 65. When we're really down there in like low end power, that's when we could feel it the most. So for scientific purposes, we'll give it a little bit of beans. All right. She's still as slow as she has ever been, but running much smoother than she was before. So I think it's safe to say that, in fact, electrical taping your spark plug wires for the temporary fix, it does indeed work. Well, there we go, a temporary way to fix a slightly bad spark plug wire. Now, if your wire's cut in half, obviously, you're gonna have to get a new one, like we are soon. This isn't a very permanent fix. We just want to be able to drive it until new wires come in. I'm thinking red wires. I think that's the way to go. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I hope you learned something, and I hope this will kind of put you in the right direction to either identifying your misfire or getting a temporary fix on your spark plug wire. But needless to say, thank you so much. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas, and I hope you have a very happy New Year coming up. But until then, always remember to keep it classy, and I'll catch y'all very soon.